Hey buddy, how's it going?
Look what has become of you. A rat in the desert.
Yeah.
This world going up in flames, and nobody wanna take the blame.
Hi, I'm terminally online and I'm about to make it everybody else's problem. So, if you're like me and you don't have a life, you've been probably thinking and been going over the new news that has come up over the Batman movie. This is late, so don't judge me for when I say new. The upcoming Batman movie, The Brave and the Bold, has hired one Christina Hodson to write the movie.
Who?
Who? You might ask? Well, Christina Hodson is a writer who has had 3 DC projects under her name so far. 2 of them have flopped harder than Jake Paul's boxing career, and the other got aborted faster than the hopes and dreams of every college graduate who's just decided to enter the workforce. Ugh. But she did pull off a win with a Bumblebee movie, and some lesser-known movies here and there that I'm gonna pretend were, well, decent. What can I say? I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to be too much of a dick too soon. Now, if you're in the boat of let's see what happens and let's not judge this movie before it comes out and let's just hope this thing comes out okay and who knows, I would say you are a very positive person. But at the same time, I would also have to remind you that this is the 4th big mainstream high-profile project she's had, and it's in line with 3 others that were all under the same umbrella. Warner Brothers, DC, Batman. Only one of her projects has actually been successful. That was high profile. And, well, what can I say? Pattern recognition is a bit of a bitch. Look, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she's gonna really have all that much of involvement in the movie. I think it's gonna be like my personal assessment of Super Trainwreck. The Brave and the Bold will probably just have writers, in air quotation points, but it's probably gonna be James Gunn ghostwriting the entire thing and have their sort of input here and there, but it's mostly gonna be just James Gunn throughout the entire thing. That kind of thing, in that kind of way. Knowing James Gunn and his style, I weep for the diehard Batman fans. But you know what? I can be wrong. So let's play devil's advocate and assume she's 100% the writer and will not have any form of outside influence from anybody else. You see, the only point I can really give her is that she's got a lot of experience with what not to do. And actually, there's 2 things. She did bring back Michael Keaton in the role of Batman in Flashpoint. So she does sort of know what the fans want. Never mind that it should have been Thomas Wayne and not Bruce Wayne. And Michael Keaton's more suited to play a much older, retired Bruce Wayne instead of a Batman who's active. The direction that they could have taken it would have been like Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller or, my personal favorite or preferred, Batman Beyond. But to do Batman Beyond, that would imply Succession, and Succession is to comic books as to what holy water is to demons. So yeah, again, not all that hopeful. Because you see, yes, this part is going to be the negative side, Flashpoint was a misfire that was a horrible adaptation of the Flashpoint Paradox comic book. That's kind of ironic when you think about it, because WB already has made a successful adaptation of that movie in animated form. It wasn't 1-to-1, but it was still good, memorable, and profitable. Something Warner Brothers is probably missing right now. The other high-profile thing she did was Birds of Prey and the immaculate emancipation of a troubled white girl, Harley Quinn. I tried being nice to say the entire thing, but I couldn't get through it. That movie was so ass we only ever saw Harley Quinn again in the reboot/sequel thing of the Suicide Squad called Suicide Squad. Which was, again, directed by... and it was James Gunn, Lord help us all. Then there was the Batgirl movie, which was so bad that not even Michael Keaton in the Batman costume and Brendan Fraser during his career renaissance could save. It was so bad, Zaslav called it brand damaging. No wonder WB is about to be Netflix's bitch. But to give her credit, Bumblebee was good and she was the writer for that. It was successful despite the Michael Bay Transformers movies being the equivalent of McDonald's to cinema. even after the shame you feel when you go back to them and even feel some slight enjoyment. So at this point, you know what, anything can happen. The writing does seem to be on the wall though, and honestly, I love a good crash and burn if I'm honest. And if it's good, then, I don't know, it's a shining light in the sea of turds. Time will tell.
On today's shit show, new news about the upcoming Batman movie. According to IGN SA, The Brave and the Bold gets its writer, but DC reportedly is in no rush to put out yet another Batman movie by Wesley Yin-Pule. Okay? This Yin-Pule dumbass, he says, I quote, "Our writer is now working on The Brave and the Bold, but DC is reportedly in no rush to put out yet another Batman movie."
Why? Are they scared of money? It's not like Batman has been keeping DC alive in the comics for years now. Oh, right, also that little tiny part about him being part of the damn Trinity.
Bruh, the Hollywood Reporter confirmed that Christiana Hodson is writing The Brave and the Bold, which will be the first Batman movie in James Gunn and Peter Safran's rebooted DC universe.
How was a Batman movie not your second DC movie, but Super Daddy Issues is?
She may be yet set to reunite with the Flash director Andy Muschietti. I'm gonna call him Muschietti, who THR said remains on board The Brave and the Bold, but whose involvement is not set in stone given his commitments to Welcome to Derry Season 2. I'd not even watched Season 1.
Oh, hell no!
No, nigga, I don't give two shits how good Welcome to Derry was. Stay in director's jail. One Ezra Miller is a felony. 2 Ezra Millers is a war crime.
THR said,
It would be some time before a definitive draft comes in, as the studio is taking a measured approach to its development.
Again, how do you run DC and not have a plan for 2/3 of the main faces of your damn company? But instead, you have a plan for the next season of Creature Commandos and a character called Peacemaker to appear later in future projects. I know Gunn's got a gun, but this is insane.
Gunn must also navigate next year's release of The Batman 2 and potentially The Batman 3. The Batman 2, starring Robert Pattinson in the title role, is set to launch 5.5 years after The Batman on October 1st, 2027. So post nonsense then. Alright. Writer and director Matt Reeves has said he set out to make a trilogy of Batman films as a part of his Batman epic crime saga.
I'm sure Jimmy Boy Gunn must be excited.
And as of 2024, that plan is still on.
Not if James Gunn on Netflix has anything to say about it.
The Batman film exists in a universe separate to the ongoing DCU, and given Gunn has ruled out Pattinson's Batman crossing over, we're set for a new actor to play the Caped Crusader for the Brave and the Bold.
Which definitely won't annoy the audience, nor invite comparisons between Edward and whoever they set up to fail. I mean, whoever they cast in the James Gunn's Batman movie.
Okay. This is not gonna end well. This week, Gunn suggested fans won't get an update on The Brave and the Bold until after Batman 2 comes out.
Well, that's smart.
So about a good 5 years, give or take. So we're probably looking at 2028 at the earliest for the news.
Yeah, probably longer, since they haven't cast a Batman or a Robin. They've only gotten the writing team sorted now, I hope. No confirmed director, no confirmed script. Man, it's gonna be a while longer than 2028.
He said,
I'm dependent on when there's an actionable script ready, so there is no way of me guessing this. Also, frankly, we're well into Batman 2, and I wouldn't want to cloud the Batsphere until after that.
So nothing has been made, nothing has been done, and you've linked the next Superman outing as a buddy flick with Lex Luthor instead of a buddy flick with Batman. Corn Sweat, whoever they cast as Batman, fans of DC, get comfy. This is going to take a long time. We should take some tips from Mahershala Ali. Here he's been in development hell for a long time now. Perhaps he has some pearls of wisdom.
the rest of the article devolves to James claiming he loves Batman and glazed the character, but I and those who pay attention to James' career are calling Cap inevitable. Not much more news besides James Gunn giving the beloved Tim Burton's Batman movies from 1989 to 1992, sorry, a bit of a slip up, respectively crap and well, if the audience loves those movies, Batman fans aren't worried about the Brave and the Botched already, well, they should be now. More at whenever I feel like it. Now on to sports. Apparently, Americans now need to understand Spanish if they want to enjoy halftime shows. No, I'm only 70% joking, and after the recent PDF file drop, no conspiracies off the table.
Well, that was riveting. I would ask or make a comment about the entertainment industry being cursed, but you know what? After the wildfire, Gavin Newsom, and the current mayor, and actually having spent some time in LA for a bit, there is 110% something evil that is living in Los Angeles. And 110% I can promise you Diddy oiled it up. But let's wrap this up.
Well, I'll be dipped in shit and rolling breadcrumbs.
Well, gang, we laughed a lot, cried a lot, and regretted even giving a shit about any of this in the first place. Well, at least I did. As much as we all know this movie is a while away, I think the writing is kinda on the wall that Batman is going to be as good as The Flash. And I choose to look at the positive side of things. I can't wait to milk the hell out of this bitch. For YouTube, I mean. But I've wasted enough of your time. Please hit the like button and give that subscribe button a belly rub if you like what you heard and what you saw. And Ditch and I will catch you next time. Bye, Z's.